Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. युगधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, वृंदराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। So we'll chant Mangalacharan also. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsya Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all once again for this Bhagavatam lecture or discourse or discussion. So seeking all the devotees assembled here, your prayers and blessings so that I can do this service properly. for the glorification of the Lord and for the pleasing of all the devotees. And I wish you all very happy Narasimha Chaturdasi. It's a very, very auspicious day. Lord incarnated in this material world as an avatar. Avatarati iti avatara. So the meaning of avatar means the Lord who is there in the spiritual world, in his abode, and enjoying all these pastimes with his devotees. But for some purpose, he comes to this material world. And then he is known as Avatar. And we know the reasons. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanama dharmasya tadatmanam shrijamiham. So Lord comes here to establish, or in fact to re-establish the dharma and destroy all the miscreants, or the ones who is not following the dharma, and the further protection of the devotees. And we hear the pastimes of the Lord again and again and again and again. In fact, we are hearing from our childhood about Narasimhadev pastimes and Prahlada pastimes. It's the same, not full human, not full line also. And same Prahlada Maharaj offering praise to the Lord that he comes, he breaks the pillar and kills Hiranyakashipu. Same thing again and again. So why we have to repeat again and again, discuss this again and again? So as we know, the Lord is transcendental. His name is transcendental. His pastimes are transcendental. His abode is transcendental. So similarly, when he comes in this material world, his incarnation and all his pastimes are also transcendental. So when one hears or discusses or speaks about these transcendental pastimes of the Lord again and again, what happens? The heart will be cleansed. Heart will be cleansed. And the pure love of Godhead will be established in one's own heart. So, but the thing is, what is this new thing? Same thing, right? Repeating again and again. To hear that also we need some freshness. We need something new. That's why we call, right? Yesterday we were reading Beyond Birth and Death. So the Prabhupada writes, variety is the mother of enjoyment. We need some variety, some freshness in whatever we're doing. So, but the thing is, we need the freshness. Who gives that freshness? That is Krishna himself. In 4th canto, chapter 30, verse number 20. So, Navyavadrida yagyo brahmaitad brahmavadibihi na muhyanti na sochanti na hrishanti yato gataha. So, in this sloka, it's mentioned that, so one gets that freshness in the practice of bhakti only by the mercy of the Lord. As Paramatma, Lord is there in everyone's heart. So, Krishna is giving that freshness. So, everyone is doing the same thing, bhakti, chanting the holy names of the Lord, hearing the kada, discussing the kada, same devotional service, everything. But everyone is not able to experience that freshness or the taste of the mellow. Why? For that also there is a qualification. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, so one should be sincere and unalloyed, without any material desire. So what is the definition given by Srila Rupa Goswami, pure devotional service? Anya bilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavrutam anukulyani krishnashilam. This is Bhakti Ruttama. So one who is unalloyed, pure. So nothing, no material motive, whatever activity I am doing, especially devotional activity. I just want to please the Lord. If that is the motive in the heart, just to please the Lord and nothing else, I don't want anything. No karma, no jnana, no yoga. So when one has this pure mood, then Krishna gives that freshness, that taste, and inspires the devotee to progress more and more. Even though he's doing the same thing again and again and again and again. So when we have this mood of discussing the same things, chanting the same holy name, so automatically Krishna will give the taste, the freshness in whatever you're doing. And having the taste, we can go forward more and more. So on this auspicious day, Lord Narasimhadev appearance day, so we can think how we can please the Lord. So when we discuss about the Lord, Lord will be very pleased. But when we glorify the devotees of the Lord, Lord will be even more pleased. So we'll discuss a little more about today, about Prahlada Maharaj, specifically his prayers offering to Narasimhadev. So Canto 7, Chapter 9. So basically we are discussing the whole canto starts in the context. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking Narada Muni. So in the assembly of Rajasuya Yagya. So Krishna killed Shishupal with the Sudarshan Chakra. So then he got the doubt, Yudhishthira Maharaj, So Krishna is telling that he is Samoham Sarva Bhutanam. So he is equal to everyone. But here he looks like he is a little partial to the devotees and the demigods. So Yudhishthira Maharaj gets this doubt. So he asked Narada Muni. And whenever we ask some saint any doubt on some advanced devotees, we have to make our time slot also. It goes for a long, long time. So this one question asked by Yudhishthira Maharaj to Narada Muni. So he explained the whole 7th canto, means a few chapters, explaining the topic or the discussion of Prahlada Maharaj and Narsimha, the whole pastime, to prove how the Lord is not partial but is impartial, but little partial also to the devotees. So in this context, we will discuss how Prahlada Maharaj came into this material world and how he is wonderfully performing his devotional service. But his father, demonic father, Hiranyakashipu, is not at all liking this. And he tried his best to kill Prahlada Maharaj, his own son. But to protect every instant, Prahlada Maharaj was being protected by Narsimhadev, by the Lord himself. And finally, he could not see this more. So he also wants to prove, Lord wants to prove, my devotees' words will never go in vain. That Hiranyakashipu was asking, where is your Lord? Is the Lord here? Is your Lord in this stamba, pillar? Yes, he tells. Yes, Lord is everywhere. Then he wants to see, is the Lord really personally present in this stamba also, pillar? So Hiranyakashipu took his club and crashed the stamba, pillar. So from the pillar, Lord Narsimhadev comes out to prove, yes, my devotees' words will never go wrong. It is true. And Narsimhadev comes and kills Hiranyakashipu. So here the word stamba also means the false pride. So all of us has this wonderful false pride. So we can pray to the Lord. So when will this pillar of my heart, false pride, will be breaken, oh my Lord, and establish pure love for me? And Lord Narsimhadev comes and breaks the pillar. From the pillar means basically breaks the pillar, means breaks the false pride of Hiranyakashipu and kills the Hiranyakashipu. And all the devotees were there. All the great devotees, demigods, Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi, everyone are there. But Lord Narsimha is roaring like anything with full fearful bodily features. And everyone are afraid to go in front of the Lord and pacify him. And of course they can do so. But all the devotees, all the demigods wants to give the credit of pacifying the Lord to Prahlada Maharaj. So they told, oh Prahlad, you please go and you pacify the Lord. So the Prahlad will get the credit of pacifying the Lord. So in this pacification, this is the Canto 7, chapter number 9. So this is a title as Prahlad pacifies Lord Narsimhadev with the prayers. So we all can do one thing. So we'll display the verses. We all can chant together and discuss one verse of the another. From text 5, we'll start. Swapadamule patitam tamarbakam vilokya deva kripaya pratiplutaha uttapya tatsrishnya adadadat karambujam kalahi vitritsadiyam kritabhayam. So translation goes like, when Lord Narsimha saw the small boy Prahlada Maharaj prostrated at the soles of his lotus feet, he became most ecstatic in affection towards his devotee. Raising Prahlada, the Lord placed his lotus hand upon the boy's head because his hand is always ready to create fearlessness in all of his devotees. So Lord is giving his protection through his palms, placing the palms on the head of the Prahlada Maharaj. So through his palms, he is giving his protection. And through his nails, he is destroying the demons. How he destroyed Hiranyakashipu. So this shows, is the last line if you see, he creates a fearlessness in all of his devotees. So Lord gives protection, fearlessness. So this shows the power of empowerment. So Prahlada Maharaj is not able to pray. He is a small kid. But Lord is empowering Prahlada Maharaj to shower prayers unto him. So he tolerated everything. So his father tried his best to show all the difficulties to Prahlada Maharaj. But he's tolerated everything. And what else is he doing? Just following the path of devotion. And always preaching. He's never complained again. So he's getting so many difficulties. But he never complained. Oh Lord, I'm doing so much of devotional service. But you give me so much of difficulties. Sometimes we see in a devotee association also. chanting 16 rounds, attending Mangalarti, all these stuffs. But when some difficulty comes, we'll automatically directly show our finger to the Lord. Oh Lord, what are you doing? So, but Prahlad Maharaj never did this. He never complained or never criticized or even never doubted the existence of the Lord. Sometimes we may get doubt. We are doing so much, not protecting, even giving so much difficulties. Is Lord really present? Does God exist? The first session of our device will come into existence. So he never criticized or never asked for the presence of the Lord. And one more thing, he never spoke against Hiranyakashipu. So many ill things, evil deeds are being acted upon me by Hiranyakashipu, and he never spoke against. So he has all these wonderful qualities. And Lord is proving, when one has all these wonderful qualities, along with sense control, Krishna will give him protection and also empower him. So whatever the activities to be done, either preaching or glorifying the Lord. Example, we can see even Dhruva Maharaj. He's a small kid, didn't know anything. He went to the forest, and when Lord appeared in front of him, and he wants to offer the prayers, he's murmuring water, you don't know. And when Lord kept that shank on his head, he started offering beautiful prayers. Beautiful prayers. But as of now, to offer prayers, we have prayers, Srimad Bhagavatam we have. And we have lectures, YouTube lectures we have. We can go through them and learn prayers and describe. But at that time, no Srimad Bhagavatam, no YouTube lecture next thing. But when the Lord empowers, he can just speaks very nicely, offer prayers to the Lord. So that's why we chant, right? Before giving the class or doing Mangalacharan. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham mande Shri Gurum Dinataranam. By the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of the Guru. So even a person, lame man, can climb over the mountain. So even I don't have the qualification to speak, but by the mercy of Guru and the Lord, so I can speak something for the pleasure of the devotees. So that is the power of empowerment. Krishna Shakti Bina Nahi Tar Pravartan. So without the Lord's mercy, Lord's empowerment, one cannot do anything. And next sloka we'll see. Satat karapasya duta kila subha sapadya vivyakta paramatma darshana tatpada padmam hridi nivrata dadho hrishya tanu klinna hridashu lochana. So by the touch of Lord Narasimhadev's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad was completely freed of all material contaminations and desires, as if he had been thoroughly cleansed. Therefore, he at once became transcendental situated, and all the symptoms of ecstasy became manifest in his body. His heart filled with love and his eyes with tears, and thus he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord within the core of his heart. So Prahlad was completely freed of all material contamination and desires, as he had been. Actually, he has not been, but still is mentioning here. Has been and became ecstatic. So this is the power of touch of the Lord. When the Lord touches, all the material contamination in the heart will be evaporated. And the ecstatic love for the Lord manifest in the heart of a devotee. The touch of the Lord, maybe through these hands or legs. So when the Lord touched Bali Maharaj with his feet on his head, so Bali Maharaj is eternally glorified. So till the time we have this bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So Atma Nivedanam, the example is given as Bali Maharaj. So by the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord on the head of Bali Maharaj, he is eternally glorified and eternally remembered. And like this we can see, even when the Ganges were touched by the lotus feet of the Lord, and she is eternally purifying. So that's why many people go to the Ganges to purify themselves. So how this Ganges got the power? By the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord. And Lord Ram, we can see, when he touched a stone, that stone became Ahalya, who was being cursed before. And this is the touch of the Lord through his hands and legs. What happens when the Lord glances? When the Lord glances, the creation begins. That's what we know. When the Lord opens his eyes and just glanced over the material nature, and the whole creation started. And even when Mahaprabhu glances, what happens? Pure bhakti is given to that personality. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur says this in one of the beautiful sloka in Bengali. So when Mahaprabhu glances, the pure bhakti is given in the heart of that particular devotee. And his heart is filled with love and his eyes with tears. And thus he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord within the core of his heart. And next, so what happens next? After touching the head of the Prahlad Maharaj, so what Prahlad is doing now? Astaushi dharim ekagra manasa susamahitah prema gadaya vacha tannasya hridekshanaha. So Prahlad Maharaj, what he did after that? He fixed his mind and sight upon Lord Narasimhadev with full attention in complete trance. With a fixed mind, he began to offer prayers in love with a faltering voice. So this is the mood one can have during chanting. Full attention, and only for the pleasure of the Lord. I want to chant to give pleasure to the Lord. And eyes, heart must be placed in one place and beg in humility to please the Lord. And next, Shri Prahlada Vacha Brahmadaya Suragana Munayota Siddha Satvikatantagatayo Vachasa Pravahe Naraditum Purugune Raduna Pipipru Kim To Sutam Arhati Samape Hari Ugrajate. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling all that these great demigods headed by Brahma, they are all in the mode of goodness. They are all transcendental. But you are not, oh Lord, you are not able to be satisfied with these great personalities' prayers. And I am, who was born in the mode of ignorance, in the family of demonic personalities. I am fallen soul. How can I offer prayers to the Lord? How can you be satisfied with the prayers of mine? And Prahlad is saying, no worries. But still, he's telling the next sloka. What is that? Manye dhana bijana rupa stapashrutajas teja prabha bala purusha buddhi yoga naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsho bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuta paya. So Lord, you are not be pleased with all these wonderful qualities. What are these qualities? Wealth, aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, and mystic power, yoga. So one can have all these wonderful qualities. Even though if one has all these wonderful qualities, oh Lord, you cannot be pleased with this. But how you can be pleased? Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayutapaya. By just this pure devotional service, oh Lord, you will be pleased. And Prahlad is giving the example of Gajendra. So Gajendra is an animal. But still, with pure devotion, is calling out to the Lord, oh Lord, please protect me. No one is there in this whole world, creation, who can protect. Please protect people, please protect me. So with full devotion, is praying to the Lord. So Prahlad is giving the example of Gajendra. Oh Lord, with all these wonderful qualities, one cannot please you. But only with pure devotion, one can please you. And next sloka. Viprad Vishad Gunayuta Daravinda Nabha Padaravinda Vimukhat Svapacham Viristam Manye Tadarpita Mano Vachane Hitartha Prana Punati Sakulam Natupu Burimanaha. So by having so even if though one has these wonderful qualities, so he says, if a Brahma has all 12 of the Brahmanical qualification, as they are seated in the book called Sanat Sujata, but is not a devotee and is averse to the lotus feet of the Lord, he is certainly lower than a devotee who is a dog eater, but who has dedicated everything, mind, words, activities, wealth and life to the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee is better than such a Brahmana, because the devotee can purify his own family, whereas the so-called Brahmana in a position of false prestige cannot purify even himself. Even though having these wonderful qualities, to some extent one can purify, but not completely. But what is the contrary with the devotee? But if a devotee doesn't have all these great qualities, but is rendering pure devotional service, what happens? He not purifying himself, but also purifies the whole family. The whole family is purifying, the entire family. And we can see the examples in Bhagavatam itself. Kaliya, he never performed any devotional service. But Nagapatnis performed devotional service. So by the association of Nagapatnis, Kaliya got the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord. So Nagapatnis were offering praise to the Lord. Oh Lord, what great thing this useless husband has done. Nothing has done. We are the one who did devotional service. You didn't give mercy to us. You gave to Kaliya. So you can understand. By just performing devotional service, one is not purifying himself, but also the entire family. Comes to the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is performing devotional service to Lord Mahaprabhu. But Amogha got, before Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya understanding the mercy of the Lord himself. So before he understanding, Amogha got the mercy of the Lord. So this is a beautiful pastime. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Lord Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya invited Lord Mahaprabhu for his lunch in the afternoon. And Lord also came. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his good wife prepared many, it's mentioned hundreds of items for Mahaprabhu. And Lord came. And when he saw all these wonderful items, he told Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, "Oh my dear dude, what is this? So many preparations. I'm a sannyasi. I cannot eat all these preparations. I have to eat only less." Then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told, "Oh Lord, as Jagannath in Puri, you are eating each and every moment. And now you please don't tell all this time. Please sit and honor prasadam." And Lord smiled at it. And Lord started honoring prasadam. Wonderful. The delicious bhoga prepared by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And while doing so, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya with his stick in the hand, he was waiting at the door. Why? So that his niece, son-in-law, Amogha may come. So Amogha is envious number one. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is the devotee number one. So he knows when he comes, Amogha comes, he passes bad words upon Mahaprabhu. So he's waiting with the stick at the door so that when he comes to drive him away. And Lord Mahaprabhu is so beautiful with his beautiful moon-like face. So when Lord Mahaprabhu is honoring prasadam beautifully, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he forgot his duty at the time. He just started looking at Mahaprabhu's face so beautifully. And he's looking at Mahaprabhu, and Amogha enters. And he's looking at Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. What is he doing? And he started passing bad words to Mahaprabhu. Who is this sannyasi? Sannyasi means what? Eating less. He gives Raghunath Das Goswami all these instructions. Eat less, sleep less. And now see, this sannyasi is doing all this stuff. What kind of sannyasi is he? And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, after hearing this, with his stick in his hand, went behind Amogha to drive him away. And he also ran away. And after coming back to the home, he was thinking, what kind of son-in-law we have, Amogha? Such a useless person. He's getting angry. And then his good wife told, "Please be calm. Please be calm. Don't worry." And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told, "I cannot live like this. I will die." So his wife told, "Oh, you are a Brahmana. How can you die?" "You cannot die. Please don't do it." "Then I'll kill Amogha then." She told, "Hey, Amogha is also Brahmana. You cannot kill him also." "Then what should be done?" "You just ignore." Ignore means just is equal to killing. Just ignore him. So after a long time, so Amogha fell ill because of cholera. It's a very, very dangerous disease. And Mahaprabhu got to know from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya went to Mahaprabhu and told him, "Please, oh Sarvabhauma Mahaprabhu, please help my Amogha. So he was ill with this dangerous disease, please help him." And Mahaprabhu came. He kept his lotus feet hand on the chest and removed that enviousness which is there in the heart and thrown away. So after telling this, after keeping his lotus hand on the shoulder, on the chest of Amogha, see that love of Godhead is manifested in this heart. And immediately started jumping and with ecstatic love is chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So then with the tears of love coming from his eyes, Amogha started asking Mahaprabhu, "Oh Mahaprabhu, what qualification do I have? You removed me from this material desires and gave me this love of God. What qualification do I have?" Then Mahaprabhu told, "You don't have any qualification. Since you are related to my Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, my dear devotee, your only qualification is this. You are dear to my devotee." So here, from these various pastimes, you can understand, by one practicing devotional service, one is not purifying himself, but also the entire family. Even Lord Narasimha is telling, Oh Prahlad, I came to you. But automatically, we can see this example. Even Hiranyakashipu got delivered from this material world. And this is the proof. This is the proof. Next verse. Tasmadaham vigata viklava ishwarasya sarvatmana mahigranami yata manisham nicho jaya guna visargamanu pravista puyeta yena hi puman anuvatni tena. Suppose if the Lord asks Prahlad, oh Prahlad, why are you offering me all these wonderful prayers? Why are you offering me? So then Prahlad is telling. So is for my benefit, Prahlad, you're offering prayers. So Prahlad, no, no, no. Oh my dear Lord, you're already satisfied in your heart. You're all the time satisfied. Why I'm offering prayers to you? So that we'll be purified. It's exact translation. Therefore, although I was born in a demonic family, I may without a doubt offer praise to the Lord with full endeavor as far as my intelligence allows. Anyone who has been forced by ignorance to enter the material world may be purified of material life if he offers praise to the Lord and hears the Lord's glories. So if anyone offers the prayers to the Lord, he will be purified. So not for the Lord will get some benefit. No. So devotee who is offering praise to the Lord, he will get the benefit that he will be purified. I think the previous sloka, no? We missed one sloka. Yeah. So here is giving one example, Prahlad Maharaj. To give an example, if one's face is decorated, the reflection of one's face in a mirror is also seen to be decorated. A Lord is fully satisfied when one is serving the Lord. Lord also will become pleased. But when the Lord is become pleased, I will also, as part and parcel of Krishna, I will also be pleased. So when one is getting decorated in the mirror, so the face is getting decorated, but although the reflection in the mirror, that is also getting reflected. So this is the example given. When we serve the Lord will be pleased, yes, but automatically when the Lord is pleased, also the other person, the devotee who is offering prayers, he is also will be pleased. And he's telling in this particular sloka, 13, right? Ita Mahisha. 13, yes. O my Lord, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma are sincere servants of your Lordship. 12 we can see little more detail. Therefore, although I was born in demonic family, I might without a doubt offer my praise to the Lord with full endeavor. So this is a very, very important thing to understand. As far as my intelligence allows. So sometimes devotees may tell, I don't know anything, I don't have any knowledge. So I cannot speak Lord's glories, I cannot preach, I cannot go out. But Prahlad is telling, as far as my intelligence is concerned, how much capacity I have, so I will glorify you, O my Lord, as much as I can, I have. And Srila Prabhupada, we know, he famously quotes Saraswati, that small gold. So he says, so if you know 2 words, okay, preach those 2 words. So you need not know everything, just preach those 2 words. So we need not learn each and all the Vedas, Upanishad, Puranas. So how much ever we know, we can just preach that. So when mother calls, a child is calling, mummy, mummy, daddy, daddy. So the child did not know the whole meaning, what is the meaning of mummy, ma, pa, the whole words. No, if he just calls out, even though he is not able to understand the complete meaning of it, the parents will reciprocate. So one of the, I think, so last line where Prahlad says, one is forced by ignorance to enter the material world may be purified of material life if he offers praise to the Lord and hears the Lord's glories. One can get out of this material life, conditioned material life, by offering praise to the Lord, by preaching more and more. If one is still in ignorance, in the bewilderment of this material world, so we can understand we are not glorifying the Lord enough. We are not preaching enough. Verse 13. Sarve hiyami vidikarastav sattvadhamno brahmadayo vayami vesanacho vijanta kshemaya bhutaya bhutatma sukhaya chasya vikriditam bhagavato ruchiravatare. So he's telling, demigods headed by Brahma are all in great transcendental position. And they are not able to offer prayers. Oh Lord, what can I do? And your incarnation which is there, you came for this incarnation to please the devotees, and now you're in such a fearful form. So all the devotees are simple, very quiet, and in this your fearful form, you're just giving that fear to all the people. So in the next sloka, she's telling, Tadyachama manyum asurascha hatastvayadya modeta sadurapi virchiksha sarpahatya lokascha nivrittamita pratitanti sarve rupam nisimha vibhayaya jana smaranti. O Lord, please give up this ferocious form. Please give up your anger. Please give up your anger. So all the devotees are getting frightened because of you. Please give up your anger. So my Lord Narasimhadev, please, therefore cease your anger now, that my father, the great demon Hiranyakashipu, has been killed. Since even saintly persons take pleasure in the killing of a scorpion or a snake, all the worlds have achieved great satisfaction because of the death of this demon. So now they are confident of their happiness, and they will always remember your auspicious incarnation in order to be free from fear. So if Narasimhadev is asking, see, I came in this ferocious form to kill your father, demon. Now you're telling me to come down. Oh Lord, even the great saintly persons, they're happy, they're pleased when the snakes, envious creatures like snakes and the scorpions were killed. Now my demon father is killed. Okay, fine now. Now you be pleased. So all the demigods, all the devotees, they're also happy now. You please give up this ferocious form. Next. Naham bibemi ajitata tibekyayankashaya jivarganetra bubhriktiras rabasogra damstrat antra srijakshata jakkeshara sankukarnam nirhadabhita digibhata ribin nakagrat. So Prahlada is telling, Naham bibemyahim. Aham bibemyahim means fear. Naham bibemyahim means, Prahlada is telling, oh Lord, you are such a ferocious form. I am not fearful of you. I am not fearful of you. So why the Lord is so ferocious? So Lord Prahlada is telling the decorations, you may come in whatever disguise you may come. Oh Lord, I can identify you. And since I can identify you, I am not fearful of your ferocious form. So what is this ferocious form all about? So he's telling, so he has ferocious mouth and tongue. Your eyes are bright like the sun, or your frowning eyebrows. I do not fear your sharp pinching teeth, your garland of intestines, your name soaked with blood, your mane soaked with blood, or your high wedge-like ears. Nor do I fear your tumultuous roaring, which makes elephant flee to distant places, or your nails, which are meant to kill enemies. So these are the decorations of the form of the Lord, which can fear all the people surrounded, looking at this film. So Prahlada is telling, oh Lord, I am not fearful of all this stuff, because I have taken shelter of you. So here the example is given of elephants and distant places. So Prabhupada also gives this example of a lion and the cubs. Lion is very, very ferocious. When the lion roars, elephants flee away. But the cub always playing with the mother lion. So here the cub is compared to the Prahlada Maharaj. He is not fearful of the lion-like father, that is the Lord himself. So one of the important thing is mentioned. So why the small Chotu Prahlada is very, very 5 years old boy, great devotee. And Hiranyakashipu is a great demon with a ferocious body, everything. So it's a nice example given here. So when there is a current of rivers are flowing, or tsunami when it comes, the fishes which are there in the water, they are not fear of this huge currents of the rivers. But the great elephants having this huge body, they are fear of these huge streams of water. Even though they may be huge elephants, but they also will get swayed when tsunami comes or rivers, the huge flood comes. But the fishes which are there, they are not fearful of these floods, because the fishes have taken the shelter of the water there. Taken the shelter of the water. So similarly, even though Prahlad Maharaj is small like fish, but since he has taken the shelter of the Lord, he is not fearful. He is not fearful. But if one is not taken shelter of the Lord, but is completely having the demonic qualities like Hiranyakashipu, so finally he'll be destroyed when when Narsimhadev comes. He comes. And next sloka. So now we may ask, so Lord is telling, so Prahlad is telling, oh Lord, I'm not fearful of all these stuffs. Your beautiful, ferocious form, I'm not fearful. If Lord asks, then what are you feared of? What you're scared of? Next sloka. Tristosmi aham kripana vatsala dusa hogra samsara chakra kadana grasatan pranita baddha swakarmabir ushatamma te nigre moolam prito pavarga sharanam yavase kadanu. So if Narsimhadev asks, oh Prahlad, you are not fearful of me, TK, then what are you scared of? You have any fear? Yes, Prahlad is telling, I am scared of this material existence. I am scared of this Maya. I am scared of not being taken your shelter. O most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls, I have been put into the association of demons as a result of my activities, and therefore I am very much afraid of my condition of life within this material world. So we can see the humility of Prahlad Maharaj. He's a great devotee, he knows everything, but showing his humility, is fearful of Maya. When will that moment come when you will call me to take your shelter, lotus feet, which are the ultimate goal for the liberation from the conditioned life? So even Srila Prabhupada demonstrates, he says, right? We know this. So Srila Prabhupada says, so one should have a healthy fear of Maya. One of his pastimes, he told that even if a naked woman comes in front of me, so I will not be agitated. And after making this statement, he goes inside and prays to the Lord. So one should have this healthy fear of Maya. And next sloka. 17. Yasmat priya priya viyoga samyoga janma shoka gina sakalayo nishudahyamana dukkha sudam tadapi dukkha matadiyaham bhumam brahmani vadame tavadasa yogam. So Prahlad is telling, oh Lord, I want your shelter. I don't want anything. And if Lord Narsimhadev says, why you want my shelter? Now I killed your father. The whole kingdom is yours. The whole soldiers' kingdom, money, wealth, everything is yours. So you have so much of shelter, right? You have so much of these soldiers you have to protect you. Money is there to protect you. So we have savings planning, various plans, LIC policy, all this is to have some protection in this world. So if Narsimhadev is telling this to Prahlad, you have so much of shelter, so why you want my shelter? Then Prahlad plays in this word, in this verse 17. So great one, O Supreme Lord, because of combination with the pleasing and displeasing circumstances, and because of separation from them, one is placed in a most regrettable position within heavenly and hellishable planets, hellish planets, as if burning in a fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies by which to get out of miserable life, any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Therefore, I think that the only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. So if Lord Nrsimhadev tells this, then he's telling, oh Lord, all these things which are there, soldiers are there, all these great things are there, but these are temporary. So the soldiers are there. Maybe in future they may come against me only. So all these things are very much temporary. And these are material. So they cannot give me the complete satisfaction. That's why I want to take shelter of you, oh my Lord. So example we can take. Even Lord personally shows the example how these material things which may counteract to us as Lord Ram. The next day he is to become king of the whole Ayodhya. In few moments everything is changed. He had to go to the forest. Maybe not now these material things will be taken away. At least at the time of death, it will be taken away from us. So Lord, I don't want all these things. I just want to take shelter of your lotus feet. And what all the people are doing in this world, trying to solve the problems, trying to get remedies. And Prahlad is telling all these remedies which are there, all these remedies are giving more problems. Sometimes patients also fear more from the doctors and the medicines than from the disease. So these remedies will give more problems than this actual remedies. Dukkha aushadam, this is the term mentioned. And what you want? If Prahlada asks, you're saying, Tava dasya yogam. I just want your service. I just want your shelter and nothing else. So if Narasimhadev asks, then you want to take my shelter, theek hai. Then what is my position, your thought process in your devotion? What is your thought process? Next two verses. So who am I then? So basically Narasimhadev asking, if he asks, then what is my position in your thought process? So 19th and 18 and 19. So you can just read translations. Oh my Lord Narasimhadev, by engaging your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, hamsas, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of material nature and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. I shall chant your glories, following exactly in the footsteps of Lord Brahma and his disciplic succession. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of nescience. And next is telling, my dear Lord Narasimhadev, O Supreme, because of a bodily conception of life, embodied souls neglected and not cared for by you cannot do anything for their betterment. So whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient. And a boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. So balasya neha sharanam pitaro nrisimha nartasya chagdam udanantvi majotanau tapasya tat pravidirya yajasya tavad vidotanu bruhtam tva upekshitaman. So it's telling Suhrit, in the 18th verse. Oh Lord, you are my Suhrit. So Lord is asking, what is my position in you? He's telling, you are my well-wisher. And not just mine, everyone's well-wisher. In the next sloka, he says, oh Lord, you are the only protector. No one can protect a living entity in this material world. No one can protect, only you. And Prahlada gives example also. Even a physician, parents cannot protect a child. A physician cannot protect a patient, a suffering patient. And a boat on an ocean cannot protect a drowning man. Oh Lord, only you. And no one else protect. And we know this pastime, we heard from Prabhuji's class, that in Mayapur, so parents are there and the parents have a small child. They were crossing the Ganga river to other side in the boat. And everyone are playing in the river with their hands. And the small child is also praying. And suddenly one crocodile came and caught hold of this child and pulling him inside the river. And all the people in the boat, they were trying to protect the child, and the parents, they're trying their best. But the problem is here, and the force of crocodile is too much. If something wrong happens, the boat which is there, topsy-turvy, goes down. And all the people in the boat has to die. And everyone and the boatman is telling them, please leave him. If you're not leaving him, all the people in the boat has to die. The parents are there personally. They're not able to protect. So this proves the only protector is the Lord. And no one else in the world can protect a living entity. And a physician or a medicine cannot protect a suffering patient. So there is one nice incident. And His Holiness Radha Govinda Maharaj was describing. So he went to a hospital and to see some devotee, some diseases there, and having a conversation with the doctor. And the doctor was telling, oh my dear sannyasi, so how much ever you chant Hare Krishna, finally you have to take the shelter of doctors like us. How much you chant? They cannot do. And Maharaj was very furious at this. He was not happy. He was telling, no, we are taking only shelter of the Lord, not anything else. Then why you people came here? Lord inspired us to come to you. That's why we came. Then the doctor is not able to take it. No, you're taking shelter of us only and no one else. And Maharaj is telling, no, we are taking shelter of the Lord and not you. And to prove this, Maharaj asked a few questions to doctor. Do people die in your hospital also? Yes. Sometimes they die. Means you are the cause now. You're killing the people. And you told, no, we are not killing. Then what is the reason? No, because of their karma, their disease condition, they are dying. What are we doing then? We are not the cause for this. Similarly, even though if the people are being protected in your hospital, it is not yours. It's the Lord who is protecting. Not you, the doctors. Lord is the one who is protecting. So this proves that Lord is the only shelter. He is our well-wisher and no one else. So you can understand beautiful prayers from this beautiful prayers. There's a lot. So we can just cover a few and learn, purify ourselves and learn many wonderful lessons from this wonderful paras or the verses offered by Prahlada Maharaj to Lord Narasimhadev. So on this auspicious day also, we can also pray to Lord Narasimhadev. So beautiful prayers which are there, which we can offer. So Namaste Narasimhaya, which we sing every single day. So we can meditate on the meaning of the Narasimha prayers. So that will be very, very effective. And another beautiful prayer which all of us know. So it comes in 5th canto, 18th chapter, verse number 8. We all can repeat after. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Tejase. Avir Bhava. Vajjanaka Vajjadamstra. Karmashayan Randaya. Tamo Grasa. Om Swaha. Abhayam Atmani. Bhuishta. Om Shram. So Prahlada is telling this particular verse. In this particular prayer, I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Narasimhadev, the source of all power. O my dear Lord, who possess all nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So what is the ignorance we have? All the 6 anarthas. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Kama. Nice shloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Balikam Krishnendriya Priti Icha Dare Premana. Atmendriya Priti Vancha. So if one desires for one's sense gratification, that is called kama, lust. Krishnendriya Priti Icha. If one is desiring to please the senses of the Lord, that is called actual prema. So there is no prema in this world. The only prema is there in between the living entity and the Supreme Lord. There is no prema. So I'm just thinking about myself. Always kama. Whenever any object if I see around, how to enjoy this, how to exploit this. If any opposite gender comes, how to enjoy. If any eatables are there, the thought will not come. How to offer to the Lord, this is such a nice item. How can I offer to the Lord and then take it as prasadam? First thing comes to my mind is, how can I enjoy this? I like mango. So whenever there is mango in front of my feet, how can I enjoy this? So every moment of my life, always kama. How to gratify my senses? This is such a strong disease which I have. And it's not just now, from millions of lifetimes. It's very, very difficult to remove from the heart. Very, very difficult. And next to Krodha. If I'm not able to satisfy my kama, next thing is Krodha bhavati sammoha. Krishna is telling, if I'm not able to satisfy my senses, immediately I get Krodha. Immediately, when some devotee says, Prabhu, you're doing this is wrong. Automatically false ego comes. How you can tell me? I'm a senior devotee, you cannot tell me. But being in the association of devotees, that is what helps us. So if you're doing something wrong, they will tell us. But very difficult to take and control that krodha and be patient. Accept the instructions. Very difficult. Lobha, greediness. I want more. I'm not satisfied with this material stuffs. Moha, illusion. The best illusion a person is suffering is thinking that I am this body. The actual knowledge is I'm not this body, but spirit, soul. I'm part and parcel of Krishna. I want to render service to Krishna. This is the biggest illusion. I am this body. But this body is given, and we have got this wonderful body of a human form of life, which is the best device to be used in the Krishna service, attain Krishna prema. So in 11th canto, this sloka comes. Labdva sudurlamamidam bahu sambhavante manusyamartatam nitya pihadira turnam yateta abhite. So this sloka comes like this. Labdva sudurlamidam. So labdva means lab, profit. Sudurlabam. Durlabha means rare. Sudurlabha means very, very rare. So this human form of life which is we have got is very, very rare. So not be engaged in a sense gratification. Instead, turnam yateta. Immediately start your devotional service. Don't waste time. Because this sense gratification is being enjoyed in every species of life. Dog, camel, hog, all the other species. Animals are also getting the same sense gratification. So this human form or body is there. Even after getting this body, if one is engaged only in this sense gratification. So what is the use of this body? What is the use of this body? So if one is wasting this body, we may think, yes, okay, I'm practicing bhakti this life. I'm practicing chanting Hare Krishna mantra, attending Mangalarti. Even if I lose this body, may not be perfecting. I may get next life. And Krishna guarantees I may get next life as you in one of the Brahmana family, devotees family, or rich aristocratic family. I can continue my bhakti. But we don't know which body we're gonna get. In the family we may destine. But the association which we're gonna get in the future, so we cannot estimate it. And the problems. So recently I was giving class in Marathali. Few weeks before, one boy came. So this boy was born in a devotee family. Their parents are devotees of ISKCON from a very, very long time. And this boy took birth in the devotees family in Mayapur. Can you imagine? Mayapur. So, but he has inclination to practice bhakti. Automatic parents are practicing. He also chanting of Hare Krishna. He's doing chanting 2 rounds every single day. But the thing is, his eyesight is little, deficient. So he's able to see only front and the right corner. So he cannot see down, he cannot see on the left. So he says whenever he wants to go outside, he faces so much of difficulty. He wants to see front, but what is there down, he cannot see. If he wants to see down, he has to see up. So many times he gets hurt on his leg. He hurts. He's practicing, but he was born in the family of devotees means it proves that he's already practiced bhakti in the previous life. He practiced it. But which kind of bhakti, what karma will blast next life, that we cannot predict. He wants to practice bhakti. He came for one session. He was telling, I think the session is about karma only. He heard this every night nicely, but finally he's asking, Prabhuji, why so much of it? After hearing karma session, he's asking this, Prabhuji, why I'm suffering this? I'm not able to do anything. I'm not able to get proper job. Anything I'm not able to do. He was in the college, New Horizon College. He was studying. And because of this, he was in the laboratory. Because of his eyesight deficiency, he did some mistake in the laboratory. Something chaos happened. So because of that, he was removed from the college. He was practicing bhakti. He is a devotee. So we don't know at what time karma blast. So this is how Maya keeps us inclusion. Okay, let's take next life. This is the illusion. And the association we're thinking about, this famous bhajan we know. Bhajahu re mana Srinanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindari Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Taro Hoye Bhava Sindhure. Durlabha Manava, Durlabha Satsange. To get the association of devotees, very, very rare, very difficult. Even though one may get body in the family of devotees or in a great aristocratic family. So what kind of association one may get? Don't know. One may wants to practice bhakti. Inclination may be there, but because of the association, he has to commit sinful activities again and increase the cycle of bondage in this material world. So I have this doubt. So that Neha Vikramanasusti Paktavayuna Vidyate Salpamas Jasa Dharmasa Trayata Mahadavayat. I was asking with Harikshetruji. So when a person leaves this body, not able to perfect his life, but started practicing, but he has to continue from next life. He was chanting 6 rounds and he left his body this life. He has to resume from there only 6 rounds. Right from birth he has to start. Why only a devotee has to come in his life and pull him to devotional service? Why is starting from there? Why there is so much of gap? Why there is so much of gap in between? So Prabhuji was giving this clarification. So this is the dealing between the Lord, the super soul, the Lord and the devotee. So devotee may be having the inclination to practice bhakti, but simultaneously he has this the desire to enjoy. So till the time devotee comes and gives devotion and giving this lessons of Srimad Bhagavatam, that we are not here to enjoy but to serve the Lord. Until unless devotee association comes, and it's very difficult to revive his bhakti again. So we don't know what kind of association we get. So this is the biggest delusion the Maya keeps us. I am this body. So it's very difficult, even practicing for many years, to come out of these illusions. Very, very difficult. Very difficult. And next, Mada. Mada means? Pride. Yes. Pride. So automatically this pride is there inside. So Hiranyakashipu is the symbol or the representation of the pride. So pride is also there. We are practicing bhakti, giving lectures, automatically get followers, and automatically the pride increases. And the pride is okay. The eagerness to get more and more enjoyment, want to glorify, that is very, very dangerous. And we know all this is very bad, but still to give up, very difficult. And Matsarya, enviousness. All the other stuff which are there can be used in the service of the Lord. But Matsarya, enviousness, very difficult. We cannot use. It should be removed. One devotee says, envy means N-V. No vacancy. No vacancy in the spiritual world. If one has this enviousness. When a devotee is growing, who is equal to me, is giving nice lectures, is progressing, it's very difficult to see, for me at least. This devotee is progressing so nice. That envious nature is there inside for me. So all this we have all these 6 anarthas, which are very, very difficult to overcome. Very difficult. So on this auspicious day, we can pray to Lord Narasimhadev. And we know the mood as a Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we are offering praise to the Lord. Oh Lord Narasimhadev, please remove all these 6 anarthas from my heart, so that I can offer unalloyed devotional service to Sri Radha and Krishna. So on this auspicious day, so you can pray these wonderful prayers to Lord Narasimhadev to remove all these 6 anarthas and render pure devotional service and become a pure devotee and can do some actual service to the entire society and the human society in general. So thank you very much. With this I will conclude. Granda Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagatu Srila Prabhupada ki, Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki, Prahlada Maharaj ki. Hare Krishna.